Okay, well, this is a mini tutorial on the groundwater assignment where you go and look up groundwater quality. The purpose of the assignment is just to familiarize yourselves with the data that are out there. And we start with going to this website here, the water boards, the water issues programs. This is the URL is in the assignment. And as mentioned in the assignment, when you go here, there are several different tools and web applications to surf and study groundwater quality in California. They're very interesting, and if you're interested in groundwater quality, for the purpose of this assignment, I just want you to go into this groundwater information system and check it out and retrieve some data from it just so that you're aware of what's out there. So this groundwater information system is a storage house for groundwater quality in California. So I want to walk through the assignment where you pick an address. It could be your actual home address or a relative or a fake address, whichever, and check out the water quality around there, around that address. So I'm going to pick the American River College address for this demonstration. So when you go to this site, you'll see a map of California. All these little dots are actually all the wells that are in this database. Each well is represented by a little gray dot. So you can see there's literally millions of groundwater wells in California. You could do this tutorial if you wanted, but just to cut to the chase, if you want to go to an address, there's this hopefully intuitive menu bar down here at the bottom. So let's just go to an address. Let's say, I think American River College is 4500 College Oaks Ave. College Oak Drive in Sacramento. So we'll go there, and it gives you a typical little marker there. And you can see all the gray dots. These are all different kinds of wells that are around this neighborhood of Sierra College, or I'm sorry, American River College. And here there's, I think the problem asks you to look up various chemicals of interest. Arsenic is always a nice one to look up. And so you go to the pull down menu, and the chemicals are up here that you might be interested in. Let's pick arsenic. And then all results, all years. And then down here is a well category. There's different kinds of groundwater wells out there. There's domestic wells used to supply domestic homes, irrigation wells for farming, industrial is kind of bundled there. Monitoring wells are primarily used to monitor contamination sites. Municipal wells are supply wells, and there's lots of those around in this valley that feed the water system here for Sacramento. And another bin just called water supply other is kind of a catch-all. So let's check all those just to see what's going on with the groundwater around Sierra College. And you'll see these dots, yellow dots and green dots. So basically green is good and yellow is caution and red means bad. So if a well has some arsenic in it that is over the MCL, it shows up as red. If it has, if it's not detected, it shows up as green. And if it's somewhere in between not being detected and being detected over the health limit, it's yellow. So for this case, you would just say, oh, looks like this is the closest well here. Let me click on it. And the maximum arsenic value is 3.6. I don't know if you remember from the water quality talk, but the maximum contaminant level for arsenic is 10. So this arsenic is here, but it's detected at less than the maximum level, so it gets a yellow rating. And it tells you a little bit what available information there is about that well. You could leave it at that. You could also dig a little deeper if you were interested in it. You could view a chart for all the data there are for that well. Kind of interesting. And so I just ask you to do that for an address. I hope that's interesting to you. The other part of the assignment is to zoom out to the statewide level to start looking at distributions of different kinds of chemicals. And for here, I think we look at total dissolved solids versus tetrachloroethylene or PCE, industrial solvent. So there, instead of arsenic, you would pick total dissolved solids. And it might take a little while to pull that up. That's a lot of data, but you'll get a plot of all the reds and yellows and greens, and it gives you a feel for where the groundwater has got some salt problems and where it doesn't. And again, it's just a way to introduce you to groundwater quality. I hope you find it interesting and not too burdensome. All right, hope that helps.